Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary sometimes.
There have been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. You don't want to miss it. There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They have to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I'm announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader come. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now. What's going on, everybody? 12/27/2023, the Mikey Justice Hour. I started not to do a show today because, you know, with the old holiday and everything else, I've seen a lot of people take the day off. Like the My St. Louis Live, Great Day, and all those shows that usually stream live. All those shows took a break. So on a stronger day, I decided to go ahead and do a show. Ain't really gonna do nothing all that cute tonight. Just pretty much like a year in review type show, you know. This is the last show before we go into 2024. So with that being said, you know, first show after Christmas, last show before the New Year. So like I said, we'll just kind of do an old recap of pretty much you know, what I got out of this year and maybe get a little feedback on what everybody else got about it. With that being said, how is everybody doing tonight?
I know I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I won't see my mans on the camera so much no more because we started going with StreamYard. Just a little bit better, try to work out some of the kinks, keep it from buffering, won't take so long for the episode to be posted. We just felt like it was something better. And if you've been following the show the whole time, you've seen plenty of them, so you know what to do. As far as myself, I'm going to be 100 with everybody. Sometimes with this thing being weekly and being live, you get caught sometime in real life happen. Some things have got on my ever-loving nerves, and I ain't gonna even lie about it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody play me for the fool and like I'm crazy, but it is what it is. I ain't the one to try to hide my emotions or hide my feelings. So to keep it pimping and keep the show decent, I'm gonna move on from that because anybody that know me know I don't have no problem into turning it to something that it don't need to be. So with that said, we're gonna keep pushing. As far as first things that I want to do, I can't see any of those titles up there. They're very small. First thing that I want to do, you know, is just give a little Mike justice, just sticking with the theme, sticking to the script, y'all. And first person I want to thank, man, I want to thank y'all, the people, you know what I'm saying? People that have been rolling with me and supporting me, you know, doing the type of stuff that I do. You get a lot of backlash, you get a lot of hate. You got all the kind of people that always want to get their opinion and everything, you know. I've heard anything from celebrating Christmas or anything of that nature is basically like promoting or supporting pedophilia and everything of that nature. Like I said, I'm about regular and everyday life and everyday people. You hear me? I understand that, you know, Christmas is a time for family, and that's what I asked everybody to do. Make sure you have a good time. Spend time with your family, do something productive, you know what I'm saying? Be safe out here and just have a good time. There's been enough garbage out here that I honestly believe that when you have time to celebrate and do something halfway decent, then, you know, you should take every opportunity to try to do that. You know, as far as the religious part, like I said, I don't get into that because, you know, you got enough people that's try to shove that type of stuff down your throat all the time. I try to just be a regular show where you're comfortable with just being a regular person. And if you're not so educated on some things, you don't feel comfortable with talking about it, then you can talk about it here. You know, we ain't trying to be cute. We ain't trying to impress nobody. If y'all regular people like having fun, talk about everyday topics that affect everyday life, then this is your show. You know what I'm saying? Anything other than that, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let nobody punk me or pull their scare tactics on me where I'm not gonna do a real show, talk about what I want to talk about. I don't really care what your point of view or your perspective is about Christmas. I know it's about family and everything else. And like I said a million times, all you people that really want people to get it right, educate the people. Turn them down ain't where it's at. And I hope y'all understand. And if you ever watching, trolling, or doing whatever you do to my show, understand what I'm saying with all due respect. You know what I'm saying? People have a right and a choice to choose what they want. They have a right to, you know, you're making it too political. You're making too much out of it. Who cared about the religious aspect of it? It just chose to be that day that people decided to get with their family, celebrate, act like they got a little bit of sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Kids get bullied at school because of what their parents try to put in their head. The average kid don't understand it. They want to open toys like anybody else. They want to eat with their family. I mean, however you choose to celebrate it. You hear me?
Yeah.
You don't necessarily, celebrate it the day before if you got to associate it so much to Christmas, or celebrate it the day after.
Yeah.
Do what you like to do. You hear me?
Celebrate it every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you like to sip on that bottle, then sip on it on the 25th.
Right.
On that day, because that's what everybody's doing. It's a day of celebration. And maybe we'll have one day out the 365 that all this garbage won't be going on.
Yeah.
If you smoke weed that day, smoke as much of it as you want.
Yeah,
you hear me?
We had a lot of violence on Christmas Eve and on Christmas. A lot of shootings.
We had a lot of stuff going on big time. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I noticed, man, I thought that it would really be turned down because it's the holiday. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a show, bro, because our attention span is that short, and it was that short on Christmas. You hear me?
Right.
By 7, 8 o'clock, when I rode down my street, the lounge, the club, and everything was packed.
Yeah.
Christmas was over, bro.
Yeah.
You heard
Put them
me?
kids to bed. It's time to go.
And people don't realize, man, that New Year always falls exactly 1 week later. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So New Year's Day will be on Monday.
Right.
You hear me? With that being said, let's have fun without the guns, man.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to get that through people's head, bro. I thought about what I wanted to say tonight, man, but I thought about the type of jeopardy that it was going to put me in. Then I really didn't give a rat's because, man, somebody got to start standing for something. You hear me? Man, we finna get it right in St. Louis, bro.
Yeah,
I'm finna get out here. I ain't finna get out here, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to Mayor Tashara Jones, all that type of stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
I reviewed everything when I thought about this year, what went down, her job, what the new chief of police is doing around her, things that matter. You hear me?
Right.
Not who twerking and what blunt they hitting, what set you claim and what religion you claim, or none of that. You hear me?
Right.
It really don't mean nothing. You hear me? We was going to have that whole conversation. You know how people was talking about, do you have to be repping, believing in what you repping. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you do, man. I don't want no registered sex offender teaching my kid at school.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's no place for certain things. You hear me?
Right.
And I'm so tired of the hypocritical behavior because, like, you chastise people in one breath, trying to tell them who they are and what they believe in. Come on now. If I spoke on some of the stuff that I know some of these people out here are repping, you hear me? It does not make sense, man. You hear me? So, like I said, I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm not trying to shoot at nobody, but when I hear those type of comments, I'm an everyday person. So you shooting at me? Yeah. I'm not going to condemn nobody if they celebrate Christmas, and I'm not going to say that you're promoting pedophilia and this and that because I know that it's other aspects of Christmas. You're promoting and celebrating family,
right? And
I don't give a rat's ass. I'm tired of it. If we got to celebrate something decent, have a good time, and stop all the bull crap, it's way worse stuff that we could be spending our time on tripping off of. And if you really want to see change and all that, get out there and educate the people, run for office, make sure you voting every time, make sure you make sure you ain't repping none of this old hood and gangster stuff, make sure you ain't selling dope, make sure you're eating fruit and exercising every day, make sure you is the cleanest person there is while you running your mouth about other people.
Right.
And if we grown enough to understand and respect that, then holler at your boy. I don't need to put the number up there, but I can if you need me to. You already know what it is. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I say. All you got to do is say, give me 5, and I'm going to give you 5.
Right.
But the catch is when you finish running them, you got to give me 5. You hear me?
Yeah.
And you know I always got something to say. So I'm going to have something to say. But with that being said, man, that's where my mic justice is, man. For people like sixth grader Grace and people that had the courage to call the show, try to participate, brother. I don't even care if somebody coached them to do it. You hear me? Because I heard the genuineness in that little girl. You hear me?
Yeah.
And it's still to this day one of the best shows that I've had on this show.
Right on.
It's been 1 year, man. 1 year anniversary. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it. I say we gonna do anniversaries. We did 50 years on here, and we got to do 1 year of Mikey Justice.
Yes, sir.
I say during that time, man, like we said, the theme has changed. We talked about that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like I said, which one did I like best? Last year I liked the first one. This year I'm gonna like that one better. Because that's what I was doing then, and this is what I'm doing now.
Right.
You hear me?
Yep.
So with that being said, man, let's start all the way from the top, my brother.
All right.
How did your Christmas go?
Well, my Christmas, man, it was what the song say? What do the lonely do at Christmas? It was just me and my oldest boy. So we ain't get into much of nothing, man. Just ate a little food. He played some video games. That was it. Watch some football and some basketball.
Yeah, I didn't really like the football being on so much, and it's not that I'm not a fan of football. Football has its day. Thanksgiving always football. Right. Most of the games are on Christmas are always just loaded down basketball. Right. Yeah. Can't watch both. You hear me? Yeah. So I didn't really like it, and then not so many games. You hear me? If you had a Kansas City game on early, that's kind of cool for a Monday, you know what I'm saying, and being Christmas. But to try to take it over, you play all those games on Sunday. You just take off Monday. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But it's usually that unwritten rule, you know what I'm saying? So, what gonna happen when they start showing all the basketball games on Thanksgiving? Because we gotta act like we're so hard and tough. So since football and boxing is more of a physical and more macho sport in people's mind that don't play sports, because anybody that really plays sports will tell you basketball probably is just as physical as any other sport. Yeah, you get elbowed in your teeth and knocked around, kicked in your cashews, it's going to hurt, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? So basketball is real too. But being honest, in the last few years, I've heard more people kind of take to basketball. I would say that basketball is becoming more of a popular sport, and especially now with the politics in football, there's a lot of people that don't watch it because it all seems set up. Who gonna go to the Super Bowl? Pro football, the don't kneel down, the Colin Kaepernick. Ever since the Trump thing, it's been a lot of politics involved in football. Yeah. Me personally, I like college better.
Me too.
When it comes down to football, now pro, I'm all basketball. You hear me? But college, man, because you got to be there 3 years. You can't just go straight, you know what I'm saying? So if you playing, the difference between somebody sitting out and really trying to earn their paper. You can't Michael Porter Jr. in college football. Right. You can't just go there, you know what I'm saying? Right. Sit out and just go off of your name. Right. Yeah. You can't ride your name forever. Right. You got to show up and show out. Within 3 years, they supposed to have some type of footage of you actually playing some type of football. Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, on the high level. Saying?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think honestly, a lot of people have got sour with football, and they don't have the type of fan bases they used to have. Being honest, you hear me?
I know I'm sour.
It's changing over to them. You know,
I mean, no team, man. Like I love football. I love the game of football.
You know what the biggest story in football, in professional football this year?
What?
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Wow.
You hear me? Football has went to them, bro. You hear me? Okay. I mean, but like I said, when they start flooding Thanksgiving with basketball, watch all the tough ninjas out here gonna be in their feelings then. Then it's gonna be, y'all should have showed some boxing.
Hey, but I was just tripping. I was talking to somebody about some boxing. I think it was a coworker, but yeah, man, I miss when boxing used to come on regular TV.
Yeah, because it used to be some of the best fights, man. Yeah. Wide World of Sports and all that. That's where you get Hagler and Hearns on regular TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
ABC.
George Foreman retirement fights, knock out big hands. Well, you hear me? St. Louis is on. Yeah, man. So as far as my Christmas, man, I had to work, which I wasn't tripping because I plan on giving them 2 weeks and quitting very soon because I got the food truck up and popping.
Yes, sir.
But
Walk them on down.
I did appreciate getting that clock and a half and seeing a little bit on that check one more time. You hear me?
Yep.
You know, but being your own boss sometime in the future is all good. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
And you know, do me a favor, y'all. Miss me with all the hate. You know what I'm saying? If any gonna come in 24, just flood me with it in 23. You got a couple of days left. You hear me?
Right.
So get all the BI itch and hate out your blood before this new year turn around. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
We finna hear a whole bunch of people with that 2-week promise. You know, I give it 2 weeks.
Mhm.
You know, when the year start, boy, we talk about all that great stuff we gonna do. You hear me?
Yeah.
We gonna lose weight. We gonna quit smoking cigarettes, but we only gonna do it when the first in that year roll around. You hear me?
Right.
We always got to put everything on timelines and put it on scales. I'm gonna stop drinking. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You hear me? You know why you put it on the timeline and on the scale? Because you want to do it as much as you can before that time comes.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any thought of stop doing it. You love it too much to stop doing it.
Yeah.
hear
You
me?
don't really want to stop.
No, not at all. Because if you did, ain't no better time than the present, Mr. Don Bow. And I was trying to get my powder on my nose and put on my little makeup before it was time to get on this camera, man. So if you call me and you miss me, that's the only reason why, sir. You know, I gotta start getting ready. But yeah, man, you know, job went pretty cool. They laid it all out this year. They had all the old Christmas traditional stuff, all the candies, the cookies. Somebody made little smokies. They made the cheese ball, and you know,
Right.
it was real good, man. Co-worker passed out gifts, you know, little things, you know, socks and stuff like that. Gave all the girls makeup, gave people little board games, bought the twins a little laser tag set, little portable pool set, but real thoughtful, man. Real nice, man.
Yeah, that's all right by me, man. I don't.
Brother, I seen so
I
many
don't care
people
how
being
nobody
nice
feel about
to each
that.
other,
Yeah.
holding the door for each other, and that's what I'm saying. It's the reason for the season. You hear me? You
Mhm.
can make it be whatever you want on a religious tip, but just because people knew what day it was
Mhm.
or that it's supposed to mean something,
Right.
they were being a whole lot nicer to each other. You hear
Right.
me?
Yeah.
And it let me know that that's really where people want to be, man.
Mhm.
But you have to protect yourself from all these people that's always in your face with all the garbage all the time. You hear me?
Yeah.
I said, man, that's why, you know, they don't like to see people like me and like us, man, doing what we do. You hear me?
Yeah.
And on that note, man, Tom Smothers died today, one of the Smothers brothers.
Oh.
And the reason I brought him up is because when we do skits and we always talk about the brothers, and you know what time it is? That skit from In Living Color came off the real Smothers brothers, the brothers. You hear me? So I mean, they're being who they are, whether you like them or not. They the reason why we had a lot of stuff to laugh about when we was kids.
Right.
So those Smothers brothers are where is it? You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then I felt like we relate to them too because, you know, they use comedy to express a lot of things that were going on that were political and that people were dealing with at the time. You hear me? And you know, comedy is the way to try to, you know, how they do on American Dad when they do the show Black DICK and all that. You hear me? And try to disguise it like it's something else. You hear me?
Yeah.
And like people don't get all those subliminal messages. Just because you put it up there in the form of a cartoon, don't make it no. You hear me?
Right.
Because you could animate Sexy Red and yellow discharge coming out your vagina is still raunchy and disrespectful and inappropriate for little children.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how they try to dress it up. But you know, they did the same thing, bro. They try to use comedy to make sense of the nonsense. You know, make you laugh sometime instead of crying. And it made me feel like that's what we try to do, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I thought about it, I say, okay, 1 year for us. What is your fondest memories of this year that we have done so far as this show? I got several, bro.
Yeah, definitely one of them is Grace getting her to call in. That was a great memory. You know, us doing the 50 years of hip hop, doing some of them things, running down you know, our mid-year review. Running that down, that was you know, good memories for me. You know, stuff like that, man.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do a whole kind of year review, man. You know what we did on this show in that year's time and everything else, man. And I was just amazed myself, bro, at all the stuff that we were able to do and get accomplished. Like you brought it to my attention the other day that out of the whole year, we only missed doing a show maybe 1 week.
Yeah.
50 some weeks in a year. So we already have like 50 some shows
Yeah.
and episodes. You hear me?
Mhm.
So that's one thing that I'm proud of, being able to be consistent.
Right.
Two, man, I'm proud that that I have a platform and I'm able to bring people a show that's real, try to break it down to layman's terms, make people be comfortable with expressing themselves, have fun, not let the scare tactic scare you, not be no punk about yours, live, be grown, and just let
Yeah.
it do what it do, man.
Mhm.
I'm not afraid to get out here, and I'm not afraid to let people speak their truth and be who they are, man. Live and let live. You hear me?
Right.
Second Amendment rights. That's all they talk about. You know me. What
Yeah.
about my First Amendment right?
Yeah.
The right to my opinion, my
Mhm.
freedom of speech, my right to live. You hear me?
Yeah.
What about that? Leave people alone, man. I hate it, because I was like, if we practice what we preach, bro, if we stayed in our lane and all that, I'm trying to stay out the way, and I'm trying to, you couldn't.
Yeah, all of
You
them.
You ain't effing yourself. How you getting all these STDs? Where all these murders coming in? You staying in your lane. You're staying out the way. You hear me? Now, we have some people that we follow on social media that are very skilled in pleasuring themselves, but you didn't give yourself yellow discharge and all that down the red by yourself. You hear me? I don't care what they told you.
Sometimes it take two to make a thing go wrong.
Yeah, you ain't that bad. You're not that bad. But man, my reflections of this year, man, and this show. I'm gonna go from the very first episode, man. I remember them just just getting all in their feelings because we played the Man in the Mirror and everything. You hear me? just praying and just having nothing pretty much but a sign, no backdrop, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just trying to get out here, man, and just just the fear of not knowing whether you're doing it wrong, doing it right. I haven't went to school for no journalism or nothing, you hear me? But I have been showered with a lot of accolades because of the way that I carry myself and how I do this show. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They like, you navigate through it. You keep a lot going. You have a lot of meat on that sandwich. And that's what I try to get people to appreciate as far as the show go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, we live. We don't have no commercials. I say real TV give you about 20 minutes of show and another 30, 40 minutes of commercials. You hear me? I had to make sure you stay here with content and everything else. You hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all might not know it. This brother done got sick on camera.
Right.
He done had diarrhea and some more. You hear me? And I still had to sit here. So, real life happens. I probably done dropped a few nuggets on myself, pissed on myself. You don't know what I did sitting here. You hear me? Because I managed to try to stay strong and stay consistent for y'all.
Yeah.
So if you don't do nothing else, appreciate it. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because it gave you something to do on Wednesday. You hear me? Whether you was scared to call, put your bid in, or admit to somebody that you like it, it still gave you something to do on Wednesday. And I bet you if I stop doing it, you'll notice. But with that being said, man, yeah. And then right after that, man, the letter to the next generation, y'all. I don't know if anybody went through and saw that, man, but that was from the heart. I apologize. I say, if you racist people that got all these positions don't want to see a better America, then do it for the next generation. Change some laws that ain't going to affect you. None of y'all, all you bastards that's 70 and 80 ain't finna be here another 100 years. You ain't finna live to be 180, 200.
Right.
So do it for the next generation, your grandbabies, or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense,
Right.
I keep on asking that question. Like I said, I done made short films, documentaries, passed out money, make America great again. When was it great? Either answer one of them two questions. Tell us when it was great or tell us how to make it great
What's
again.
gonna make it great?
Yeah, and we will conduct ourselves accordingly, like they say. But if you don't know, you don't know. You know better, you do better. So stop turning people down and try to educate people.
Right.
But turn them down, give you power. Get you elected for 4 more years. Get you a whole bunch of likes, clicks, and subscribers. You hear me?
Yeah. I heard somebody say that most people don't want other people to be free. They just want their chance to hold the whip. Exactly. I say, man, that's
that's very childish.
Yeah.
But we always got to get back. You hear me?
Right.
Everybody done wrong, did us and all that, man. I'm so sick of the silliness, man. So once again, man, you want to put that number up there and give anybody 5 who want to lie on live TV about all the stuff that y'all ain't gonna do next year. You're gonna exercise, you're gonna quit smoking, you're gonna put some plastic on that thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're gonna wrap it up. You hear me?
You know, my theory is Amma is the baddest man alive.
I got some family members that say the same thing.
Yeah.
Say she is a bad bitch.
For sure, because I'ma do it all.
Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing promised to nobody, me or none of y'all. So before we could even start talking about all the stuff that we finna lie about that we gonna do for next year, let's just make it to next year.
Yeah.
Be safe. Put the stupid guns down. I got my man here so I can have him do a instant public service announcement for them, Mr. Professionally trained and skilled with the gun. Once again, what you explain to these idiots that what go up, come down.
Yes.
You're gonna get charged with a murder.
Yes. What goes up comes down. And
Don't shoot, and if you
absolutely-
have to, shoot in the ground. And if you don't know what that entails and you're not about that life,
yeah,
then
don't,
that-
if you
just
don't
put
know
the
how to
gun
shoot
down.
into a berm or
there's
the
no
dirt,
safe way to handle a gun.
yeah, don't point it at nothing that you don't plan on killing.
Don't point it at nothing if you don't plan on spending the rest of your life in jail, because they can even ricochet and hit other stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
Bro, I told you, when I see those little kids on TV, man, I'm looking in the eyes of babies.
Mhm.
I done lost family members, and I won't call out your position because you know that I will, and I will
Mhm.
put you on all the way blast. But man, innocent lives have been taken, all that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to tell people, bro. You taking your life when you kill somebody. I don't care if your stupid ass think you getting away with it or not.
Yeah.
Bro, if you living the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, scared and worried about every move that you make,
Yeah.
you have taken your life as well as the next person.
Yeah.
You are dead out here. You
Yeah,
can't do what you
just
want to
waiting
do.
for the other shoe to drop.
How you can't do what you want to do? Scared, got another person dictating how you move, and you calling yourself a grown man and you're quote living your
Mhm.
best life. When?
Nah,
When did that happen?
never happened.
When did that happen? Screen? Is that somebody calling?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I was
No.
like, yeah, we're gonna start screening these calls, man. You you're gonna say who you are.
Right.
I mean, if you choose to be anonymous on the air, bro, I wanted to talk about that. That's how this finna start going.
Yeah.
We're gonna screen all calls.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell us what you choose to talk about.
Yeah.
We're not gonna condemn you. I'm just gonna see if you're a liar right off the flip.
Right.
As soon as you come out talking about something that you don't, that you
Yeah.
claim that you wasn't, you're gonna hear R. Kelly and Aaliyah so fast you down with the click. You're gonna hear all dial tone. I'm telling you. You ain't gonna get it off. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna curse you out, dog you out on national TV, and then hang up on you before you get to say anything back. And get your own podcast, spend some money, get your game up before you could clap back, because you can't. And by that time, I'm gonna be unclapped on you again. So, so if you know what I know, best thing for you to do is roll with it, stay in your lane, and let it do what it do. Like I said, y'all, I'm just giving y'all something to have some fun with, entertain you. It's Christmas. Over with. Everybody bored, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with themselves.
It's the holidays.
Yeah. And with that being said, man, one more 2-word tackle, man.
All right.
Have fun with it. We're gonna keep it right, plain and simple.
In the pocket.
What is your last up and down? Well, you know, as far as to show you, we got a couple of days left in 2023. What is your last 2-word tackle? What is your up and your down, my brother, for these people in 2024?
Go first, man. Give me a minute.
I'll say what I said, you know, stick to the script, practice what you preach. You hear me? Stay in your freaking lane. You hear me?
Yeah.
If you don't want somebody to put the smack down on you,
All
then I
right.
advise you to shut the F up and stay in your lane. That's my up and my down for the day. If you don't want to get the smack down put on you, then shut the F up and stay in your lane. That's my up and my down. My last one of 2023. My brother.
Right on. Well,
Now, do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
I smell what you're cooking, my brother. Let me see. I'm down for the work, my brother. I'm down for the work, and I'm ready to see what comes up from that work. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
So that's where I'm at.
You say you're down for the work,
Yeah,
and you say,
ready to see what comes up from that work.
Hey, that sounds good to me, my brother. You hear me?
Yeah.
I was thinking about exactly what you said. That's how I felt on Christmas. Mine was real short and sweet. I went to work, came home, chilled with my fam. We didn't eat nothing special. You hear me?
Yeah.
I said I feel like my man Phil today. You hear me?
Yeah.
Work has tore a brother up, so I'm finna go lay my black A down.
For sure.
You hear me?
For sure.
Yeah. Back to the show, man. You know, I thought we had a lot of good stuff going on, man. I really enjoyed us getting a chance to break that mold and do the interview with Obama. You know what I'm saying? Show a little bit of personality, man.
Yeah,
have a little
was fun.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed us doing Shannon Sharp Super Bowl. We got a lot of good feedback on that. You heard me?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta check that stuff out, man.
Yeah.
It was way more to it this year than us just sitting in front of this mic, just trying to, clap at people or keep from getting clapped at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We actually have some fun sometimes, y'all. But it's a whole mess. I'm tired of wearing that jacket. If I got something to do with it, in the near future, we won't be the STD capital. And we won't be the murder capital, man. You heard me?
Yeah.
Because it ain't doing nothing but we killing our own people. It's a small world out here. We ain't doing that to prove nothing to nobody else.
Nah.
Now check one of these ninjas when they come from another city trying to run your city and set up shop. But to jump on your little brother, it's played out to me. So St. Louis, man, we fam around here. Remember, small world. So it's time to come together, y'all, and act like we got sense. I'm tired of wearing that title. Make me feel like we cowards. Well, who are you proving that to? Oh, you don't want to mess with St. Louis cats. They don't mess with St. Louis people. That's why they don't come here. That's why we don't make money, because people don't mess with St. Louis. So it's trickle down to everything, y'all. You got to understand what you're asking for sometimes. I don't have anybody through yet, but yeah, I'm on over here. They say we got old friend of the show, Don Bo, on the line, so we're gonna see what's going on. Hello, you are live on the Mikey Justice Show. I don't hear anything. You are live on the Mikey Justice Show.
Israel Mo.
What's going on, my brother? Last show before the New Year, so very
Yes,
early happy New Year to you, my brother.
Yeah, old lady Ryan. Yes, sir.
Well, you know how to do this thing. You gotta say the magic words, though, brother. You gotta say, "Give me 5."
Give me 5.
Give him 5.
All right, 5 starts.
Go ahead, my brother. What you got for me?
Man, I got the fact that I know what y'all put down this year, man. The progress is moving forward. Y'all not stagnant. Y'all not waiting on what the sidelines and what the haters saying. Y'all steadily pressing forward. I love it. I love to be a part of it and support it and contribute where I can. I love the fact that y'all, man, y'all doing it together as a family, as a team. That's inspirational. From the Sumner Bulldog alumni, I appreciate, man, just that y'all doing something positive that's life-changing to someone who has an ear to hear.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, Phil, for being there with and for him. And thank you, bro, for being there with and for him.
Right on.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate
And
you.
I like that y'all have a spiritual component to y'all dynamic. I love that also. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you for listening. It wasn't 5 minutes, but that's all the time I'm going to take to say. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, man, to keep moving the chains and winning the game.
Hey, brother. Hey, I appreciate you too. Well, I might not take the whole 5 with mine either, man, but I just want to take the time to let you know I appreciate you, man. Hey, you kept on pushing and trying to get people to support. To lead the horse to water, can't make them drink, man. But you've been there every time, bro. So I ain't gonna never knock the support. I appreciate it, and we look forward to doing big things, man, in 2024. Got that truck going. We made a few documentaries. We done did 50 episodes. So like I said, man, we done put a lot together in a little bit of time, brother. So appreciate the support.
Already.
That's my time, man. I holler at you on the other side, bro.
One dime, Bo.
Hey, come get this.
I think he was saying, "Come get that money" before he got off of there. Yeah, my brother ordered some
we'll
food
be
and
back
stuff from me.
Down that way.
Yeah, so yeah, we will catch you in a minute, my brother. Like I said, it's not no big thing. We know you're not going anywhere, and we're not tripping. But yeah, man, only thing that I asked my brother, maybe we could get some type of review and everything. Put me on the spot a little bit, asking me for all this stuff that we ain't got. I said the whole time, man, see if you can find you something you want on the menu. You ain't ordered nothing that's on no menu. But that's all right, brother. I hope you still felt the love in it, man. I tried to do you right. Then try to bust your head, man. I got the receipt. I took pictures so I can show y'all people's what I gave them, man. So yeah,
right.
I did put that love in there, man. So hope you eat it up and then hope it goes down your throat pretty smooth. So yeah, that's where it's at, man. But on that note, brother, I wanted to talk about just the year in review, just other than the show, man. Just some of the things that kind of I remember, man. The whole Tyree Nichols situation is one that stood out very much to me. I don't know. It seemed like it wasn't, it kind of seemed a little bit more than a year, but I remember us doing shows about it. So I know that it happened within this last year.
I think it was like January or February, man. It was early in the year 2023.
And that was one of the shows, man, that really hit me in the chest real hard, man, to have to report that we done that again to our own people. You hear me? And with it being Memphis officers, especially after everything with the George Floyd situation and just where we at as a whole as a country, man. You hear me? It was really hurtful to have to report that. You hear me?
Yeah. And that, all the stories that came out around what that was about. And,
I mean, of course, along with all the school shootings, bro.
Yeah.
I'm always, on the school shootings. I'm never down with that, man. So, that's a lot of the things that we harped on around here, man. Another one that came to my mind was the situation in Alabama. I'm like, now that it's been a few months, that kind of got swept up under the rug a little bit. That made big time news. You hear me? Because I think that it was a lot of they rubbed me the wrong way by saying that they don't think that was a hate crime. I'm like, if it was, bro, I don't know what it is. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because I remember, like we were saying, when the COVID stuff was going on, the Chinese spy balloon, another thing that was big in the news. You hear me? A lot of Asian people were getting a lot of hate crimes done on them. You hear me?
Yeah.
So to say that all of this stuff, I don't know if it's necessarily like me and my mom, we was talking about it. We was like, people get the word twisted, man. They think just because you're not against a certain color or whatever that you're not racist. When you say racist, people always think of color or some type of putting you in some type of group. And we're like, prejudice is just hatred or condemning certain groups of people. If you hate a group of people because of what they eat, what they believe, how they dress, their sexual, then you're being prejudiced.
Right.
And it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that I think the word racism does is put the title or the color or whatever behind it. But it's all the same thing. Donald Trump will say, oh, look at my African American. So that make him in his mind believe that he's not racist. Oh, I got black people in my family.
Right.
Just because your daughter got a black baby daddy, you can still be racist.
Yeah.
Of course, you're not going to treat your own family like that because we like titles. We like to be validated. So long as as long as they're calling us granny, TT, and everything else, grinning in our face, you love that little bundle of joy, but you're still racist.
Yeah.
You hear me? You're still,
I know exactly what you're saying.
You're still prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? Because you're condemning a group of people. You're not letting them live and be who they are. You're taking their life because they chose to be something different. That's another thing I talked about with my family, man. It be killing me seeing all the people in the press and the reporters, man, standing there when they're having war. Like when these bullets come, they're not going to get shot. I don't know if they get more money in your pocket, you get a big bonus, but you don't have to be that hands-on to express your story to me. You don't owe that to me.
Yeah, I don't need to see all the bullets or the fire swirling in the background.
I was just telling my people, man, I seen one where they was trying to go ask some of those people, about what was going on with the little Israel-Hamas situation. And guys standing there with an assault rifle. And they're steady trying to put the microphone in his face. And he pointed the gun. He like, get back in the car. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. Steady telling him to get back in the car. Like, if I got to tell you one more time, I'm probably going to shoot you.
Right.
So I'm like, Is it that serious? You hear me?
Mhm.
I guess because your shirt say press, they not gonna do nothing to you.
Yeah, they believe it.
Well,
They
I was telling my
believe it.
people, I said that's how garbage the times we live in.
Yeah.
That war gets played out live on social media. You hear me?
Mhm.
How can you have a country of people that's crying and hurting, innocent kids and people getting killed, and the next day you on the Today Show, Good Morning America, giving the interview?
Mhm.
You all over the United States, all these other countries having dinner with the president and all this stuff, but your country, they can't leave, but you can do whatever.
Mhm.
You hear me?
Right.
And then you had a nerve, like I was telling my people, to talk about it like it's just regular everyday life. Oh, well, today, we're not going to go so hard against this country, so maybe they won't bomb so hard on us. So with that being said, only 1,000 people are going to die today.
Mhm.
Is that better? Oh,
Right.
3 people got shot on the Metro Link, but 80 billion people ride it. So if you break that down
Right.
into
Yeah.
simple mathematics, then that's like 1%
That's
of our
an acceptable
riders.
number.
Oh my God.
Right.
You hear me? Come on,
Mhm.
man. It's fake news. You hear me?
Yeah.
Get tired of it, man. And that's why we got to step up and do something about it. You hear me?
Yeah.
These youngsters, all they're trying to be cute, be tough, thinking you thugging. It's an act of cowardice. You are scared out here.
Mhm.
That's why you do the loud talking, gotta have your pistol. If you that scared and don't want to have confrontation with people, like you said, stay in your lane,
Right.
stay out the way, mind your business. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not
They don't
tripping off
cause
these
nothing.
youngsters, bro. They can have all of it. We done did our time.
Mhm.
I'm not tripping off none of it, but I'm tired of seeing this mess, me living in it and not doing anything about it. You hear me? What we say, all y'all talking, how many people walking?
Right.
You hear me? Stand by what you believe in, man. I'm finna try to make it better. I like when we act like we got sense and be grown. Y'all think that make you cowards? You only a coward if you know you won. You hear me?
Right.
All the people that get out here trying to be tough, man, and do stupid stuff to prove that they tough, you only
Coward.
proving it to yourself.
Yeah.
You the only one that you know that you a pump. That's why you moving like you move. You hear
Right.
me?
My man Eddie Griffin. Y'all scared? 'Cause
I'm
I'm scared.
I'm scared in the mouth. Talking loud, man. Your
Yeah.
little gun. You hear me? You know what I'm saying, bro? I just saw a special they had about the AirTags. You heard about them, the Apple AirTags?
Yeah.
Man, you know, I didn't know what they were. They were giving them away one day down at the casino. I
Mhm.
had won the right to get some, but I didn't know what it was, so I didn't even redeem it.
Right.
But I see how it's supposed to track your keys and this and that. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got all that type of technology already on my car and stuff anyway,
Mhm.
you know, because I have a halfway decent car. But
Right.
anyway, you know, but you know, I didn't feel the need for it. And then I seen where they was putting it in people's gas tanks, man,
Mhm.
you know, and just tracking people and doing all kind of weird and wild stuff with it. You hear me?
Yeah,
I know
crazy.
that it can be used for some really good stuff, man.
Mhm.
And then they like $30-$40 a pop. And the thing ain't no bigger than the quarter. You hear me?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, bro. I wish I kind of would have got it, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't.
Mhm.
You hear me? But yeah, man, they've been advertising those lately. You hear me?
Mhm.
Just tracking people. And the reason I'm saying that is that you cannot get away with anything, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
They putting stuff on your license plates, tracking it, sticking to your car.
Like you
They
say,
got
it's a camera
iPads,
everywhere.
they got cameras everywhere, bro. It's not worth it.
You
And I'm
seen
trying to
that,
get you to understand. You're going to take your life away too.
You seen that one, that little crime center that they got? Like, it's called a live crime center downtown. It's like a network of cameras, man. Almost like that show that used to come on. I forgot the name of it, but Jim Caviezel was in it. But anyway,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, you saying it, and it's just live crime. Huh?
yeah. Like they can monitor, you know, network of cameras and see what happened when, and kind of, you know, piece them together and stuff.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
You see, they just they haven't found her body, but that missing St. Louis lady, that guy
Yeah.
Ivy or whoever that they
Mhm.
caught out of town,
yeah,
where they caught him in Wisconsin or somewhere.
yeah.
One of those, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Where they, but you know, he just confessed to killing her. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't get it,
Bro, I done heard so many stories of people talking about some we had an argument, it turned into a fight, you hear me? And that's why I feel like this next year, man, I'm gonna do a little bit more of stressing you know, what's up with domestic violence, you know,
Yeah,
how much it is out there and what we can do about it. Because we're so down on mental health. They always talk about that, and then it's another one that I say, you know, if they act like that, sexual abuse. If it, you know,
Mhm.
sexual and mental, you hear me?
yeah,
And drug abuse. You know, they talk about opioids, they talk about all that other stuff, but you know, a lot of stuff go on within families,
mm-hmm.
you know, as far as relationships,
Yeah.
incest, abuse, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff be right under your roof and you don't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm going to try to really get a chance to talk to people, that have experienced it, know how to reach out and get change for people, get help. You know how we post the Covenant House number, we put all that stuff up.
Right.
I want to try to reach out to people, man, that have really experienced domestic violence and really want to see people do better and help people. You know? So that's what I'm saying. That's the direction that I choose to go in with this next year of this show, man. I'm gonna try to be more out there and more, in touch with the people. Doing a food truck, working for myself and everything else, man, we might not be able to put so much of the content out and do as much as we do. So the time going to have to be more about quality than quantity. Right. And that's where I'm going to try to be next year. I'm going to try to just, the moves that I make be strictly power moves. You hear me? Going to talk to Shara Jones and other people, man. Trying to make a highlight film of all the stuff that we did, bro. We have put together a lot of good stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
And it's time for people to start backing us. The only reason that they're not is because they're afraid. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I wanted so bad to get in touch with all those prominent people that I talked to, so I could say that they helped me with this drive. And I've reached out to them again. I'll wait to see how the feedback go, but I tried to get some really prominent people where we wouldn't have to work so hard. I was looking for somebody to boom, bam, us that 20 grand and we'd be done with it. You hear me?
Yeah.
I got everybody asking me the same question. When are you going to put the graft up? Yeah, when I get the GoFundMe done and get some actual donations. While I'm spending out of my pocket, I'm not working and I got to live like this. I don't have to put anything up there because I'm not buking to people.
Right.
If you don't want to give no donations, I have no problem with it. Just give me those 2 Phillies and those cheeseburgers.
Right.
I have no problem with it. You
Yeah.
hear me? You're bragging about the wings and everything online. You're ooh out to everything that I got. So it's just like selling Girl Scout cookies. I'm giving you something and you're giving me something. I'm not buking anybody. I'm not lying about anything. When I break even, I got to continue to buy food to be able to sell food.
Right.
So when I get to that point where I start taking donations, because ain't nobody gave me nothing.
Yeah.
When somebody give me something,
Right.
that's when I'm going to post up there what you gave me. Other than that, you ain't gave me nothing. You hear me?
Yeah.
You gave old boy $10. He packed you a bag of weed. Y'all made a purchase.
Right.
Y'all made a transaction. He ain't gave you you already know. Come on now.
Yeah.
When it's something you can understand. You hear me? Man, while we got time, brother, I wanted to go down the list and just, go over all the people, man, that we kind of lost this year. I know I don't have them all down, man, but just from the standpoint of what people that shaped my life, man, I have a small list of people that I've seen so far, man. Jim Brown.
Yeah.
I think that was earlier in the year. Might go down arguably as one of the greatest running backs of all time. You hear me?
Yeah.
I think it's no Walter Payton, no Barry Sanders without Jim Brown.
Oh, Jim Brown, yeah.
I respect him for being an activist as well. Later on in his life, he started some of the best movies that we saw. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, and all that other stuff. You hear me? So Jim Brown was that guy. You hear me?
Right.
Back in those 60s, 70s, it was
Fred
him.
the Hammer Williamson and all of them.
It was right. It was him, Muhammad Ali, Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that was really standing for black rights. You hear me?
Yeah.
And black people back then, man. And they took a lot of backlash for doing it. You hear me? So, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Jim Brown. Rest in peace, man. We're going to miss you. That's one of the greats right there, my brother. Good old Tony Bennett. He rocked out till he was 95, close to 100. You hear me? Still winning Grammys, still doing this thing with Lady Gaga, man. That was such a professional and classy move by her to be able to let him have his last little shine. You hear me?
Right.
They just did the whole thing with Dick Van Dyke. He 98. We just lost Norman Lear. It's just been a lot of people, man. I'm like, boy, it's just that time.
Yeah.
People finna really check out.
Yeah, all of those icons, the people that established themselves, man, they getting up out of here.
Mr. Harry Belafonte.
Yeah.
Very important to us.
Yeah.
We did a whole show, We Are the World, about a show that he created a whole movement.
Yeah.
That's what we do. To me, that's some of our type of work. You hear me? Got tired of seeing all those commercials with all those hungry kids on from Africa. You hear me? All those little starving Africans. Got up and decided to do
Look at my
something
little
about
starving African over there.
Got up and decided to do something about it, man.
Yeah.
That's walk it like I talk it. You hear me? That's standing on it. So to create that whole movement, and a movement that has been still in existence 35, 40 years later, it has raised millions and millions of dollars to feed children, white, black, and all colors. Shout out to Mr. Harry Belafonte. You hear me? Daylight come and my man is about to go home. Rest in peace. Miss Tina Turner, man.
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah.
Old Summer the Bulldog, man. How could you not mention her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, she made me understand wearing that name. You know,
Right.
who is that? Ann Nesby or one of them that got that song
What's
I'm still wearing your name. Who is that?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know, everybody tried to
song,
sound like
yeah.
Patty, but I don't think that's Patty. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But she made me understand that. You hear me?
Mhm.
Like, why would you still want to be Turner after you done with Ike? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
this is the name and the brand that people know me.
Yeah,
This is what I got famous under. You hear me?
for
So
sure.
I've earned that. You hear me?
Yeah.
To me, that's no different than it says something when the kid has that daddy last name. You hear me?
Mhm.
When you start having everybody too many that
Got
saying that.
them hyphenated.
Well, you know all that regular. You hear me?
Well, Williams Thompson.
Man, nah, it's some broken up homes. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it's marriages and different daddies, but everybody last name Jones and Williams, something didn't go right.
Right.
You hear me? Somebody got some explaining to do because we quick to give somebody some names. So
Yeah.
when we stuck with that Reggie, it's for a reason. Yeah, man, Miss Tina Turner, man. She was on the We Are the World too.
Yeah.
So there's another person that was from that whole thing, that class, man, that done checked out. I'm like Michael Jackson. Who else that was on that I thought about?
On that We Are the World.
Kenny Rogers. He
Yeah.
ain't here no more. I was surprised that old as some of those people are, the majority of them, the
Still
Bob
kicking.
Dylan, the Lionel Richie, yeah, man. Willie
Yeah.
Nelson, 90. If you was 40 then,
Right.
if you was 40 on We Are the World, bro, you hella old. Diana Ross, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, you hear me? Bro, it's Stevie Wonder. Your heart started at your ears, but you still heard. I said they probably could do the song again if they wanted to. You hear me?
Yeah.
Jermaine Jackson, LaToya, what's his name? Dan Aykroyd.
Ray Charles up out of here.
Yeah, Ray Charles up out of here. Like I said, some of them plastic and got a stick up their back, but they still here.
Right.
I was like, wonder if we could get that going again. And then, of course, I got Norman Lear on the list, man.
Yeah.
How could you not mention them? White or black, man? Jeffersons and all that, man.
Yeah, all of them hit
Good
shows.
times, yeah. Shows that shaped our life, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care. I ain't even looking at it from the aspect of so much how it painted us.
Mhm.
Just glad that it did paint us,
Mhm.
and made us a part of it, because you didn't have anything that really looked like
Right.
how we live on
Yeah,
TV.
no
at the time.
representation.
This is way
yeah.
before Cosby Show.
Right.
You hear me? So just to make Black Lives Matter and involve us in everyday life, I appreciate Norman Lear for that, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So rest in peace, Mr. Norman Lear. Sandra Day O'Connor, first female Supreme Court justice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Remarkable in itself.
Yep.
Has nothing to do with what color your skin or none of that. You hear me?
Yeah.
You just gotta celebrate stuff like that. When you're the first to do something,
Yep.
and we can celebrate you coming out being the first openly gay to do it, we can celebrate you being the first female to do it.
Just
You-
the first period.
That's first, right? That's all it's about, bro. That's all that it's about, man. Bro. Let me see what else we did.
I just want to make this announcement, bro, that I'm the first openly not gay person to be a co-host off the camera.
Well, I want to make this announcement that I'm the first person to openly not know that you wasn't gay, bro. I've been thinking you were gay the whole time, bro. I just didn't want to say anything about it on the show. I was hoping like in living color.
Well, you know,
I was hoping the frying pan fall out the sky. Bro, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hopefully, man, we've been in demand like crazy with this whole food truck thing, man.
Yeah.
I just hope real soon. I thought, like I said, I was giving people a break. I thought y'all was gonna be eating some turkey and some ham.
Right.
Christmas, don't think I didn't want to get out there and make no
Yeah.
money. I just felt like it's the middle of December. Weather probably gonna be kind of jacked up. People gonna be on their holiday thing. Probably a little broke from buying all the PlayStation 5s.
Right.
So I was just giving you a break. But now that I know that we're in demand, we're gonna get that thing up and rolling.
Yeah,
really soon.
buddy.
And try to bring y'all the second Mikey Justice food truck fundraiser. With the weather and everything, man, it really didn't pop off like I wanted it to. Don't get me wrong, we served plenty of food, but with all the money we spent and the way that I tried to break even and the love that I showed, bro, we didn't really get nothing out of that.
Mhm.
It was more like a test run, and
Yeah.
we should have been more prepared. Being
Yeah.
honest, you hear me?
Yeah.
Everything go the right way. You hear me,
For sure.
man? at my job the other day, I was telling Phil, I said we had a guy do the same thing. I said he brought a bunch of envelopes in and just gave them to the manager, and he told her, he's like, I want to just thank everybody who worked today, because I was telling Phil, I say, man, this is one of the first years that I seen White Castle in pretty much everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And not closed on Christmas, bro. I mean early Christmas Eve. Yeah. By the afternoon, 3-4 o'clock on Christmas Eve, grocery stores. Yeah. It was no place to get no food. It was nothing going on. So I was blessed to have this truck. You hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna get out there next time when it's the holidays and give y'all something good. Yeah. But you gotta support, y'all. Like I said, when we get out there, watch my back. Keep the violence down. Let's just make it exactly what it is. Just an easy breezy place to get some good food for the low and a decent price. I'm not even busting your head. You hear me?
For sure.
Since my brother Don Bo decided to bring up his order on her, he had got a steak. You hear me?
Yeah.
I didn't have anything as far as sides already prepared. You hear me? Mm-hmm. But he wanted some baked macaroni and some sweet potatoes. I managed to make that happen for him. Yeah. He called me 10 minutes before it was time to go on this show. You hear me?
Yeah.
And just because the support, I fired that thing up and made that for him. Can't do that for everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you show love, you get love. You hear me?
For sure.
Asked me for a salad. And then I'm like, what kind you want? Of course, he want a chef salad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to try to dress this up, make it up for him, but brother, I know you feel the love and you see it in our man, and I appreciate the support. You hear me?
Right.
Next time when we really get this thing rocking and we make some halfway decent money, I could say, yeah, you know what? Through all the tips, the donations, people patronizing, supporting, we got another 500 that we gonna drop in this pot. You hear
right,
me?
Yeah.
We already told them that we got 350, 400 of our own money. You hear me? Yeah. We don't have to lie. We got real money. We give away real money. We show it on the air. We got the receipt. There's nothing to lie about. And if y'all want the movement to move a little bit faster, you got two options. You can either call the show, donate. We will have a GoFundMe up there. We will have all this stuff in the future. Yeah. You can make a donation, or you can come down and you can buy some food. Anything that you do supports the movement. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, remember I said we're going to add some people, anybody to sign up, man. I had all kind of people giving me reviews. That food look good. They do this, they do that. Every last one. I'm like, thank you. Follow us on Facebook. Sign up on YouTube. I ask everybody, if you respect me trying to get these school shootings to stop, if you think I'm just doing anything that's worth anything to you, let's help get these numbers up, because they're not going to do it, bro. When I reference the Smothers Brothers, because I know what we're facing. And we haven't nearly got out here the way that I want to get out here.
Right.
So when we do that, you think we getting put in social media jail and they're policing us now, bro?
Right, yeah. It's going to be something terrible.
Bro, I think next week or the next coming week, we're going to start making and putting clips together of all the garbage that I see on the daily. And if you see some of it, I want you to keep it too. And I'm going to show them the difference between the type of stuff that they police us on and the type of stuff that I see on here. You hear me?
Yeah.
When you bending over, patting your cat, and I see all your insides, your whole anatomy.
Yeah.
Something's wrong, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
And on that note, did you see your girl, Sexy Red Miss Ski? She got a Rolling Stones or one of them magazines named that song of the year.
Wow.
I was like, man, do we celebrate that?
They named Ski Heat song of the year?
Yes, sir. It was a rap song or song of the year. Wow. And the reason I mentioned it, because as much dissing as they do on her, somebody got to be liking it. She making plenty of money. Don't get me wrong. Did beautiful thing. Great toy drive with 104.1. Remember I told you I seen old girl in the crowd. Y'all better leave my little niece alone. It's going to be this and that. I told you it was Claire. Jerome's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I don't know, many people, if you know, like they say. But old Claire. And shout out to Claire, man. She do a lot of good stuff too. You hear me?
Yeah.
She's always on TV. Everybody in St. Louis know her. She goes out, she feeds the homeless. She does a lot of good stuff too. So no knock on her or well. But it was just, like we say, small world. Yeah. To see her on there saying that, it was pretty funny.
Right.
And Claire's a character in itself, y'all. So if y'all want to ever go online and check that old toy drive out, 104.1 Sexy Red, do that thing, y'all. You know, we ain't no haters over here.
Right.
We shout them out all the time. What's up with my people at the Covenant Hoes? Beautiful, man. Help youngsters out. So, we'll start back posting those numbers up there. But you got phones. You know how to Google what you want. So look it on up. You hear me?
Right.
Covenant House in St. Louis. You got a troubled teen out there that needs some help. Get them on the line, and they will help you all out. One of my favorite charities. What time is it, my brother? It's
You got about
8:28.
2 minutes left, my brother.
Yeah, so I want y'all to do that for me. Y'all be looking for that good old food truck, help us support the business, you know what I'm saying, and get somebody to sign up. Like I said, next week I want to see the receipt. You hear me?
Yeah.
Do you want to challenge everybody since they think we fake, man? How y'all want to do it? Y'all want half off a meal? Come on, tell me something. If I get enough people that do it next week to show me that they signed up somebody, everybody that got the receipt and show it to me, they come down to the truck, I'm gonna give you a free meal. If I get a few people, then I could do what I can do. The more people, the bigger the
right.
The more love I'm gonna show. The more you show me, the more I'm gonna show you.
So if you come with somebody that signed up, or
what I'm saying is, you have to call this show or text me or something. We'll figure it out by next week.
Yeah.
But you have to have some type of proof, and my numbers are gonna show.
Yeah.
When they show me my followers and everybody else.
When you say, hey, I did such and such, and I got such and such to sign up, then that you good for a free one.
Yeah, this is how we do it. If you buy something, if you buy a meal, then I will give you another meal free.
Right. Okay.
If you don't buy nothing but one meal, I give you that meal half off. That's if you call, text, or whatever. My numbers show some type of way you can prove to me that you got somebody signed up. So that's how we'll play that one.
Right on. Yeah.
All right. And with that being said, y'all, come on, man. If you can't have fun without the guns, you don't need them. They're not cute. Put it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go to the range if you just want to shoot and try to do that thing the right way. You hear me? The best part about 2024 is gonna just be being here to see it beat 2024.
Yes, sir.
I can't stand that day, bro. I don't like all that mess. You hear me?
Yeah.
And all those gunshots and shooting. Had the dogs going all crazy. They scared.
Yeah, man.
People out here tripping. You barely know how to shoot the gun when you're aiming at somebody. So when you just just ain't what to do.
Yeah.
So y'all be safe. Y'all be here to see 2024, man.
Yeah.
I love everybody. Y'all be safe. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope you have a safe and happy New Year. And I'll catch y'all in about a week, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. This has been the first year of the show. Been a successful thing. Food truck fundraiser. Man, what can I say, bro? I'm just overwhelmed. We got 1 year in the books, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, my brother. Like he said, for rocking with us. Don Bo, you always on deck. Family, friends, I love y'all. That's been our time, y'all, and we out.
Peace.